Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Alexander. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, L.A.
Number 2.
He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards, a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one complete to Will Fuller.
The pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
4-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Number 21.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. A quick toss out right. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. They'll try the left side. Pendleton, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Alexander. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off-play action. Alexander eluding the pressure right. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it
got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, L.A.
Alexander's
a big play there. 78 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
That's how you get fired, baby. That's how you get fired.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. This one to his running back out of the backfield. And he coughed it up. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The ball carried.
Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Now a give, right side. Pendleton. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 19-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Touchdown, L.A.
A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
53 is a mark. 53. Check 53.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
Jason Myers.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 28-24 game.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
A lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Alexander. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. 3rd down. From the gun, Alexander. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Complete.
That's good.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. Now he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Alexander, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Off the play fake. Alexander. He's got room to run past the 20. And he'll indeed get it to the 17-yard line.
Number 16.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And it's third down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Operating from the gun. Alexander looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Brings up second.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's good.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. It's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Number 4.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Alexander. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Alexander's
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
a gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Los Angeles.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Alexander. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Alexander's pass.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Back to throw again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Alexander. Flushed out right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You got 3 down. Check 31, check 31. 36.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold, because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. And again this time to the tailback. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. He was just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Get changed.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll try and run the option. They throw it out right complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 2nd down, it's Cox. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, it's Cox, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
And goal.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5.
Makes the score.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Prime time, baby.
Picked off at the 23. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Off play action. Alexander. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the gun, Alexander. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Alexander. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
First down, Rams.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different